They're getting married.
The dresses.
You guys look so beautiful.
The surprises.
Spike brought a date?
Yeah. Wait till you see her.
The gifts.
Careful, it's
Fragile?
squirmy.
For a match made in heaven,
Sit down. I paid for all this, Squidly.
this is going to be one hell of a wedding.
This is the happiest day of my whole life.
In all new Buffy.
Oh, what's going on over here?
Hey, forget about it, you fucking jamook.
And welcome to this week's edition of Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited. I'm one of your hosts. I am Tony.
I'm your other host, James.
And this week we will be jilting our way into Season 6, Episode 16, Hell's Bells.
We will be jilting and jilted by the end of this episode.
What?
What?
How dare you? Why do you want to jilt
sir?
me, James?
I don't like you.
Oh, fair enough. That is a valid reason to jilt someone. Can't argue it.
I'm kidding.
Not really.
Maybe not really. No. How are you, Jeremy? It has been
1 week since you looked at me.
It has been approximately 20 minutes since we last saw each other.
Since we last witnessed each other's visage. Yeah, so I'm pretty much the same as I was then. How about you, James?
Pretty much the same. Though I do want to share something with you.
Oh,
I forgot to.
Dick pics?
No. I forgot to share it earlier. It's the newest member of my collection.
Okay. Okay. I love things that are parts of collections.
Okay. This is.
Wait a minute. Don't. Is that... It's She-Ra.
This is the 40th anniversary collector's edition, She-Ra and Swiftwind.
Wow. You know what, James? That is fucking gay.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
Okay, with a deep-seated passion, I hated She-Ra as a kid. It made me, and it's so wrong, dude. It's so wrong that I hated her. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I should
I
have,
agree.
but I was a misogynist as a young boy. And I felt as though I was like, why can't the girls have their own thing? Why do they have to rip off He-Man and make a female He-Man? Fucking losers. And so, yeah, I really hated She-Ra.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You should be sorry to hear that.
But yeah, she is a Masters of the Universe Origins.
Okay, and that is throwback or current?
It's a current toy line, but it's a throwback to the original. Like this is Masters of the Universe Origins collection He-Man.
Put He-Man a little closer to the camera, please.
So it's it's hard.
Okay, not bad.
This
Not
fucking
bad.
light.
Not bad. I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's a throwback to the original '80s toys with slightly more articulation.
Is the chest piece removable?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure because if it was like sculpted onto the body, that would just piss me off.
Yeah. No. So She-Ra and Swiftwind are in scale with the rest of the Origins line. So He-Man and Battle Cat here, and I have Skeletor and Panther elsewhere. And I'm hoping to add Hordak to my collection, so then I will have both the heroes and villains of...
my two favorites as a kid were Ram Man and I think his name was Fisto.
Fisto?
You know who I'm talking about with the big metal? Yeah. Yeah, those were my two favorites. Oh, and I loved Trapjaw. Trapjaws.
Trapjaw. Yeah.
Trapjaw. Love Trapjaw too.
Yeah.
Those were probably my three. Other than He-Man, those were probably my three favorites.
Yeah, I was as far as He-Man goes, it was obviously He-Man, and Battle Cat. Like that's a package deal though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I was a big fan of Moss Man.
Okay.
But I think that stemmed because I was a fan of Swamp Thing, and he reminded me of Swamp Thing.
Sure.
So
he definitely had that smell to the toy figure too.
Yes,
it had that really goofy smell. Yeah.
Yes, and then Tila was my third.
Of course it was. You just always have to let everyone know how like just accepting and great of a man you are.
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
You fucking good person, piece of shit. Hey,
anyway,
were you a big Thundercats fan too?
Oh my god, dude, I loved Thundercats.
Thank you.
I'm hoping I would really love it if Mattel, because they have several different He-Man toy lines. So they've got the Origins, and then they've got like the Masterverse line. I would really love it if they would put out a Origins style Thundercats line that's a throwback to like the 80s toys. I would buy it up in a heartbeat.
I still have a few of my original Thundercats figures. I have Panthro still with all of his accoutrements. I have the tank. And what's the... Oh shit! It's been so long since I've got him out of that box. I can't remember the. Oh my god! Why am I drawing a blank? Wow, I should hurt myself, frankly. The one with the whip, Tigra.
Oh, Tigra. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Mattel were to put out a Origin style Thundercats line, oh yeah, in a heartbeat, I would 100% grab. So I'm at the point, I'm age-wise, where for me, collecting, like, I don't necessarily need to have the entire line.
Right, I'm the same way. I just like certain
ones, so like,
you know.
Like with He-Man, the Masters of the Universe line, I've got He-Man, I've got Battle Cat, I've got Skeletor, I've got Panther, I've got She-Ra and Swiftwind. Really, all I need is Hordak, and I'll be good.
Right.
And
as we all know,
right?
I hated Orko. I got to be honest.
I've got
hated
Orko,
him as a kid.
So Thundercats wise, if I could nab Lion-O and the Thunder Tank, and then like a Mum-Ra, I would be set.
I always wanted Mum-Ra, and I never had it as a kid. Never had him. I wanted both the decrepit Mum-Ra and the big powerful Mum-Ra, and I never got them. I had Lion-O, and oh, what a letdown that figure was, to be honest. Like, his thing was you put this battery pack to his back, and it lit his eyes up. And the gauntlet, you know, the tiger gauntlet, the cat thing, it was just this little black molded piece of, looked like a little cat turd, and it just kind of clipped onto his hand. I was like, oh, such a letdown, bruh.
But yeah, and unfortunately, there's only like 2 companies out there right now doing Thundercats collectibles, but like they're super expensive.
Yeah, they're probably like the Little Giant style, like the you talking about like the small like statues that are like super detailed kind of thing.
Well, they're action figures, but they're like, you know, 50 points of articulation and
oh Jesus.
You know,
it's not necessary.
Like one of them's by a company called Super 7, and their stuff is great. Like, it's fantastic stuff. But when you're talking like, you know, $70-$80 a pop for a figure, I'm like, no, that's not. You know,
that's a no. I dropped that kind of money, like we discussed, on the Highlander figures from I think it was Hot Toys, but That would literally be the only fandom that I would drop that kind of money for. Those kind of, like, I was in the matter of fact. Hey, we're only 10 minutes in. Let's go a little bit more in the weeds. I was at Walmart maybe 6-8 months ago, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna pop into the toy aisle and see like what's up these days, because I don't really keep up on that stuff. So I go in there and I'm looking. I'm like, stupid trash. Okay, and we're to Star Wars. Okay, dude, the cost of Star Wars figures these days they're like $20-something a pop.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, what? Those are like $5 figures. Like, what is like? Yeah, fuck you. Fuck all the way off. I'm absolutely not. Like, ever since Disney bought Lucasfilm, like, all the Star Wars shit is just ridiculously priced, man. It's no better than the shit from like the prequel era when that shit was like $5 a pop.
Yeah.
They put it in bigger, like, fancier packaging, and they like make, but I'm like, it's still the same. It's just it's not that,
Right. And I personally have a hard line in the sand when it comes to Star Wars collectibles, that I will not buy a single Star Wars collectible until I can get a functioning lightsaber.
A real, actual, deadly
plasma sword.
Plasma sword that I can literally murder people with.
Yes.
Then I will begin investing in Disney's products.
Then I will invest in Star Wars items. Yes. Well, that's been Collector Talk with James and Jeremy.
That's been Nerd Toy Talk with James and Jeremy.
Ding.
I need to make up a little jingle for when we do that.
You do. Let's try to steer it back to Buffy.
Well, if you insist.
A little shout out to Muka J. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Who is our newest YouTube subscriber as of earlier this month, that being September. Thank you for joining us, Muka J. We hope it's everything you dreamed it would be.
Which, if this is what you dreamed, you need to dream better.
Dream bigger, Muka J.
Dream
bigger.
And also better.
And
because at this point, you're dreaming in black and white,
right,
and mono sound.
No, thank you for joining us. Presumably you subscribed because you watched an episode or two and you liked what you were seeing, so thank you for joining us.
Did Muka J not email us?
No, I get an email notification when someone subscribes.
Okay. So that just shows we have so few fans that we can actually shout you out when like, could you imagine like just normal, average, everyday, like, small time channels even on YouTube? Could you imagine them trying to shout out their subscribers each day?
Right.
We can, because we get one every 6 months, baby.
But that doesn't mean we appreciate you any less.
Or anymore.
Each and every one of you. Why doesn't anyone comment on our shit? Maybe because we insult them. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe because we hate each and every one of you equally.
No, that's not true. We appreciate each and every one of you. And once again, thank you for joining us on this journey we call Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited.
And if you really, really want to be a part of the show, send us some money.
Yes. You can Zell me at...
Buy our friendship. That's all I'm saying. It's for sale, okay? I'm being honest. We are for sale.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I will only respond to your emails and comments if it also comes with
if it's attached to a Zelle payment.
If it's attached to a Zelle payment, we will respond. Yes. Any denomination as well. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
James doesn't mind. It's gonna need to be 99 or more. Anything less than that, I mean, I'm not even getting out of the fucking. I'm not getting off the shitter for that. Let's be honest, James. Let's be honest. We need some fucking money. I'm fucking poor.
All right. As previously stated, we will be jilting our way into shit. Where did I go?
No, we will not be jilting our way into shit. I thank you very much. You do, and you'll clean it up.
We will be jilting our way into the 16th episode of the 6th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the 116th episode of the series overall, Hell's Bells. Our credited writer this week is Rebecca Rand Kirshner, and our director is David Solomon. Our original broadcast date was March 5th, 2002 on the now defunct UPN network. Our Nielsen rating for this episode, 3.4, ranking it 87th out of the 145 primetime shows airing across network television. And Jeremy, are you ready for this?
I am.
Ranking it number 1
Woo!
out of the 12 primetime shows airing on UPN that week. Yes, the number 1 spot, baby.
Yeah. About fucking time.
Yeah, it's the only time this season, actually, that it hit the number 1 spot. Not
that's sad.
Not even the season premiere.
Not even the episode that showed hardcore. Never mind.
Yeah, no, not even that one. Yeah. So Xander and Anya's wedding was the only thing that could make this show number 1.
Fucking Xander.
I did the Nielsen rating. What's next? Oh, our regular cast, as always, includes... Like, I haven't been doing this for 5 years. Our regular cast, as always, includes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, Nicholas Brendan as Xander, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Michelle Trachtenberg as Dawn, James Marsters as Spike, and Allison Hannigan as Willow. Oh, here we go. Our guest stars this week include...
A bunch of people.
Casey Sander as Mr. Harris, Kaylee Rocha as Halfrick, Andy Umberger as DeHoffren, Lee Garlington as Mrs. Harris, Jane Hogue as Carol, George D. Wallace as Stuart, Amber Benson as Tara, Steve Gilborn as Rory, James C. Leary as Clem, actually that's it. Megan Vint as Karen. That's it. Not as many as I thought. Fucking Karen. We open, and Buffy and Willow are staring in utter horror and shock at the hideousness of the green bridesmaid dresses they are being forced to wear for Anya and Xander's wedding. And they commiserate over how awful the rehearsal dinner the night before was. Having to explain that all of Anya's guests are circus people, which surprisingly, apparently the Harris clan bought.
If they're anything like Xander, they're not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Right. Apparently Willow is Xander's best man, and Buffy, Dawn, and Tara are bridesmaids. Although I'm almost positive in the episode, didn't Buffy say she was maid of honor?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I thought she did. But
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anya comes in and she is just completely blown away by how good they look in these horrendous bridesmaids dresses that she picked out. Then we cut back to Xander and Anya's apartment, and Xander's trying to get dressed, all tucked up for the wedding, but his family and Anya's demon friends are kind of going at each other, and everything's in disarray, and his parents shows up, and his mom's complaining about not being in the wedding pictures, and his dad's clearly disgusted by Anya's side of the wedding. And at
He's
one
MAGA.
point, yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris 100% is a red hat. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Xander's looking for his cufflinks. At one point, his cousin asks Xander if this Krevlorn guy that's on Anya's side of the wedding would maybe be interested in going out with her, because a single mom doesn't have many options. And Xander points out to her that she's wearing his cufflinks as earrings. He takes them back from her. And then we cut to the streets of Sunnydale, where an old man walks through a portal, it appears, and opens an umbrella and continues to walk down the street. And that's our cold open. Wolf Howl. Roll credits.
And by the way, I think it rains the entire episode.
The entire episode, yes.
I don't know if that was on purpose, or they just had a lot of rain in L.A. or Burbank, wherever the fuck they filmed this shit.
I feel like it was on purpose.
Okay. We cut back to Buffy trying to help harness Xander into his cummerbund, and he's very he's very shocked that he can't fit into it, even though just an episode ago he was talking about like how much weight he's putting on because he's nervous eating all the time. And so she uses her Slayer strength basically and forces it on him, and he's like, okay, sweet, can't breathe now. And she's like, well, good, because no one wants to hear anything you have to say. By the way, James, real quick, meant to bring this up earlier.
Sure.
So did everybody just like... Is everybody just like, well, I mean, Dawn's a massive thief. All right, we're done with that.
Yes. That is apparently exactly what's happening.
Because even Anya's like, fuck it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway. So Buffy's all happy and smiley and gets a little teary-eyed, and she's trying to put Xander's bow tie on him, which she fails at miserably. And they have a little heart-to-heart, and no one cares. We cut to Tara and Willow, who are buttoning up Anya into her dress while she is, like, rehearsing her vows. And she's clearly super happy about the whole thing. And then we cut out to, like, the area where... Sorry, stroke. The area where where they're going to have the actual wedding, and people are mingling and coming in and whatnot, and we see Xander's derpy Uncle Rory, and he's got his arms all wrapped around this chick who's like 20 and he's like 70, and he's talking to Dawn, and he's like, hey, you see my date here? And he starts making so many gross, like, just things towards her. And she's like, I actually work here. I'm a caterer. And he's like, no, you're my date, honey. And Dawn's like, gotta go. So she pieces out. And, he takes her, and he's like showing her this stuffed, was that a bison? I couldn't tell what it was.
She was a
stuffed. It definitely was not a deer.
It was a deer.
You might want to go back and check that out, James. As a matter of fact, Google it.
Okay.
If that's a deer, I will eat live on this channel, on this show. I will eat a sandwich made of my own shit.
Okay.
Okay. So he's showing her this.
Right now.
deer, as James calls, it's clearly some type of bison. It's like head that's mounted, and he's like, "See here, the what do you say?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I know I'm fucking right.
You are correct. It was a bison head. Yes.
Thank you.
I am wrong.
Kill yourself immediately.
That seems like an extreme reaction.
That does seem a little extreme. That escalate quickly. Well, you're wrong. So around here, we demand death for that.
We demand death as your penance.
Death is your penance, youngster. So he's talking to her and he says, "See here, you got to cut the lip." Da, da, da. And then he's like, I used to stuff, animals. That was my work. And he's like, but now I still stuff it, but only for fun. And I'm just like, oh, I feel like Joss Whedon was on set. Like,
here's the even grosser part about it, I guess. If you pay attention later in the episode, she is his date for the wedding.
Well, he doesn't give her a choice. He has literally feloniously kidnapped this girl. Like, he has like a 22 in his pocket where he's got his hand all the time, and he's like, "Listen to me closely, bitch. If you fucking say anything to anyone or you try to go away from me, I will fucking shoot your ass." So she's she's scared to death.
Look at me. You're my date now.
She's like, "I'm 20. You're 73." And he's like, and?
He's like, "It's legal."
It's legal, bitch. DeHoffrin arrives with Halfric, and Dawn gives Halfric a look like, "You fucking skank." And DeHoffrin, he's being quite nice, and he hands a gift to Dawn, and he's like, "Be careful with it. It's a little squirmy," and you see like a tentacle pop out of the box, and you notice Halfric brought nothing, no gift whatsoever. So she is a shit.
A bitch.
Yeah. And she couldn't even, it's like you couldn't even do the human thing, like look human for the wedding. You had to come looking like a scraped up ball sack.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus. So there's a funny thing where Halfric like gets Dawn around the shoulders and she's walking with her and she's like, "So how's everything?" And da da da. "Is there anything you want to wish for?" And even DeHoffrin is like, he goes, "Halfric, dang, like chill, bitch. Like, take a fucking day off. We're at a wedding. We're just here to mingle and shit." He literally said, and she's like, "Ugh." But it's like, dude, your boss is even telling you that you're a fucking bootlicker. So Dawn's mingling through the crowd, and who does she run into next but Spike and his... I don't know if she's another vampire or if she's like a vamp groupie. I don't know what the deal is there. But she's like really gothy kind of styled, and she's kind of a bitch because Dawn's like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." And she goes, "Uh-huh." And I'd be like, then how about you fucking get the fuck out of here then? Like, that's how you greet someone you just met, you fucking bitch.
In the credits of the episode, do you want to know what her name she's credited as, her character's name?
Stupid cunt.
Tarantula.
Oh my god. The fuck out of here. And they had to pay her like a full day player's pay because she had lines. I'm like, dude, you could have gave him like an orangutan to come in with and could have done the same, probably better. So Buffy and Xander finally come out to begin mingling with the crowd. And, dude, Xander's parents, they're the worst. They are the fucking worst. Like, everybody that comes up to Xander is just, like, assaulting him with complaints and fucking problems and overwhelming. I'm like, dude, I've been to a lot of weddings. I'm pretty sure you would all be ejected at this point. His dad is already fucking, like, 3 sheets to the wind, drunk. And he gets up and wants to do a toast, and he basically insults all of Anya's people because, you know, they're weird circus folk. And Clem's there. I love Clem. Clem and this other demon, they're like, fuck this. Clem says some awesome shit. He's like, will this guy ever shut the fuck up? And the other demon's like, no shit, he's about a fucking turd burglar. And there's bouts to be a fight. And but then Buffy grabs a hold of Xander's dad and pulls him off, like, you know, she's like, how about some black coffee? Let's have some strong coffee together. And then he's like, how about we go back in that room there and I show you my... And she goes, if you finish that sentence, I will actually murder you. Yeah. And I could do it. And I'm like, God, dude, does everybody in this show have to be just a piece of shit? Skeevy as fuck.
Yeah, apparently.
Especially if your last name's Harris.
Well, and this is the first time we're seeing any of Xander's family.
Oh, yeah. We've only ever heard his mother's voice from upstairs when he lived in the basement.
Right.
We have never seen them. And now we're grateful for such. Anyway, Xander kind of breaks away from all these people who are pawing at him and bitching and moaning and complaining. And there's the old man that we saw that walked out of the portal earlier. And he basically dragged Xander away from the others. And he's like, I'm you. And Xander's like, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, totally. 100%. 100%, buddy. All right, Granddad, let's find you a seat. No, he's like, no, I'll prove it. Just come with me. Well, he pulls out this little ball. It looks like a marble. And it's kind of glowy. And I'm like, and then Xander looks at it like, what? And I'm like, at first I was like, I'm not following here. Like, what am I missing? Like, how did that prove that he's him? But then he takes him back into this room. And he starts fisting Xander with that marble ball. It is brutal.
And Xander's like, oh, you are me. Only me knows that I love this.
Only me knows that I love this. Oh my God, you went to the elbow. You are me. He's like, look into this. It's magic. Look into this ball, and it'll show you what's going to happen if you go through with this wedding today and marry Anya. Okay, James. Pause. Time out here. This play is under official review. Time out. No.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Bad writing. So, I got a few problems. Number one, why doesn't he...
You should really go talk to a doctor.
Well, that goes without saying. And more than one type of doctor, let me tell you. Okay. I'll ask you this question, and this should... Okay, let me just ask you this question. This happens to you in real life. This person, this old person, and says, "I'm fucking you. I promise you, I'm you." What do you say?
Let me see all the tiny cuts on your shaft.
Let me see the tiny cuts on you. No, but does it not stand to reason that any living person on this planet could say, okay, I know a couple of things that not another fucking soul knows that I have never told anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
What are they? Or, okay, I've got this fucking cut on my ball bag that I got from a broken Coke bottle in 1984. Let's see your ball bag. Or, there's so many easy, quick things that could, like, prove...
Right. You could stab yourself in the heart
and see if it appears on him.
And see if it appears on him.
No, but I'm being serious. Like, it would be so...
No, yeah.
There's so many quick, easy, like, okay, fine. Then what was my first girlfriend's pubic hair? What color was it?
Right.
I'm just saying, but Xander never... It's such bad writing, plus Xander is so fucking stupid. He's like, okay, well, let me look into your magic crystal ball. Even though for 6 fucking years, I have been shown and taught time and time again that trusting strangers with fucking magic shit might not be, on Front Street.
Right. And I didn't even chalk it up to bad writing. I just chalked it up to Xander being an idiot.
See, I feel like that's given way too much credit to the right. Like, they're just like, oh, let's just go with it. They'll go for the ride with us. I'm like, no, I will not go for this ride. That's bullshit.
I am not getting in your...
We all have at least one or two things in our brain that no one else knows for whatever reason. Not necessarily like it's horrific shit, but we just never said whatever. And could quickly say, okay, tell me about the da-da-da. And if they look at you like a moron, then you can immediately kill them.
Right.
Because you know that they're bullshitting you. Anyway, but Xander goes ahead and takes a peek at the old crystal ball sack. And
he looks at this old man's magic balls.
He looks at this old man's magic satchel, and it transports him into this scene where he's in this, whatever, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a shitty living situation, and it appears to be about 10 or so years into their marriage, and he calls out Anya, and she's like, what? She clearly hates him already, and he's like, where are you going? Because she's getting dressed, and she's like, I gotta make what's it called? A makeover party to go to.
Yeah.
And he's like, I thought you hated those. And she's like, well, I do, but somebody in this bitch has got to make some cash. And he's like, hey, you know that I can't work. My back is no good. And she goes, well, you shouldn't have been out fighting demons with Buffy because you're just a derp. And she's like, and besides, she fucking died anyway. And he's like, don't you fucking Buffy! And
well,
so,
and also, like, so aside from the fact that Xander could have easily avoided all this by being like, hey, show me, the
tiny
scar
cuss on
on
your shaft.
Right, show me the scar on your ball sack where you tried to unstitch the seam, and and
he's like, hey, you are me.
Right. And found out that whether or not this old guy is him in the first place. But then, like, why would Zanya?
Why would Zanya even think about this?
Why would Anya, of all people, be like, you shouldn't have been fighting demons with Buffy? Right. Anya has never once been like that.
And when she met Xander, that's what he did.
Right. And
that was his only job.
Right. And Anya is literally the only one in recent episodes that's been like, maybe we shouldn't let Buffy do this alone. Maybe we should go fucking help her because that's what we fucking do.
Like, that's why we're on the show, guys.
Right.
And okay, and I forgot to bring this up a second ago when I was talking about my problems with the whole old man scenario.
Mm-hmm.
My other problem. How do I put this delicately? Okay. This old man, is a full head shorter than Xander. He has a nose that looks like fucking Steve Martin and Roxanne. Like, legit. I mean, this motherfucker is like Gonzo. He looks... I get it. He's supposed to be older. You don't change that fucking drastically by getting older. You don't lose 8 inches of height. You don't fucking... You don't... Your face does not restructure itself to be nothing like you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like... What are we doing? Why couldn't it have been... Why couldn't they have gotten Xander... little Nicky Brendan's brother again, old makeup him and done that. Like, that's already a million times better.
Yeah,
you know, because the first thing I would say is, you're not me. Why would I have shrunk 10 fucking inches? Why is my nose now longer than my dick? And what, you know, and it's just whatever. All right. Where did I leave all? Oh, yeah. So then he flashes to another supposed, future scene where they're in a restaurant, and I forgot to mention his kids were in the last one. The boy looks normal, the girl looks like some kind of weird demon, and I'm like, how is this a thing? Anya's not a demon. He's not a demon. How do we have a half demon child?
She's got fucking floppy Clem ears.
She has Clem's ears. So Anya was fucking Clem, as we find out in this scene, because at one point the girl's like, "You're not even my real dad, and I hate you both, and I wish you'd die," and she storms out.
Yeah,
and Xander's
and Xander makes a point in this scene, this future scene where they're all out at dinner. He keeps referring to their daughter as Anya's daughter. He's like, I'm just saying, maybe you should talk to your daughter. And then the daughter's like gets up and she's like, I hate you both. I know you're not even my real father. And da 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 da. And it's like,
yeah.
So apparently, yes, Anya at some point fucked Clem and got pregnant with his child.
Guess what? She confirms it in the next scene, in the next flash. Then he flashes forward like another 10 years or so, and it's just these two sad sons of bitches, and they, apparently the kids have grown, they've grown and flown the coop. These two are miserable and just fucking hate each other, even more than the first scene. And he's like, they're arguing about fucking, and he's like, well, blah, 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 and she's like, well, I didn't have much choice, did I? Because you wouldn't touch me anymore. You wouldn't come near me after Buffy died. And he's like, don't you bring her into this! Ah! But so that right there, she literally just said, well, I had to go fuck Clem because when Buffy died, you wouldn't bone me anymore. And he literally loses his shit because she's like, no, I won't shut up. It's... you've ruined our lives, and I fucking hate you, and I wish I'd never married you. He grabs a fucking cast iron skillet off the fucking stove and goes over there and apparently murders her. Because right as he's like bringing the fucking thing down, the scene ends, and he's like, what the fuck? And old man Xander's like, yup. Now you know why I came back in time, bruh. And you know what I wanted to be like? Where's your patch at, buddy? Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay.
No.
So he's like, so listen, if you got any fucking sense at all, don't fucking go through with this wedding. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? And Xander's like, no problem. And he immediately just yeets himself through a closed window.
Mm-hmm.
And he is gone.
He's dead.
And he's very fucking injured.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's dead. That's pretty injured.
He fell one story and he's dead. He jumped out the first story window and he's like, that motherfucker is dead. Well, it is Xander, so it probably would kill him.
Right. Because even despite the fact that he's, a fucking weak piece of shit, it's Xander, so he would probably like accidentally land on his neck wrong and just snap his neck.
Or like when he, I said he threw himself through a closed window. Somehow like a large shard of glass would land upright, and he would impale himself on it. Yeah. And it wouldn't kill him quick. He'd be like, "Oh my God, this is the worst pain I have ever felt."
He's like, "This has to be the worst pain anyone has ever experienced." And then he would be like, "No, wait a minute. A few episodes back, that demon did get his dick stuck in Buffy's wall, and that had to be really painful, but this is easily the second worst pain anyone has ever experienced."
Nope. Then he's like, "Wait a minute. Wait. Last episode, Riley was climbing up a tiny little rope, and that was the second worst pain anyone's ever felt. But this is easily the third worst pain that anyone has ever been in. And no one is helping me." And everybody's just gathered around looking out the window at him like, ooh, that is going to leave a fucking mark.
Right. They're like, "Hey, do you think that might be like the third worst pain anyone's ever experienced?"
That's at least the third worst pain anyone's ever experienced.
Right.
Because it's through the impalement is partially through his taint, partially through his sack, and the rest of the way through his dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then another guy is like, "I think it probably is the third worst pain because I heard that a couple weeks ago a demon got his dick stuck in a wall, and I bet that hurt real bad. And then like last week someone was climbing up dental floss by their fingertips. I bet that really hurt bad." So
That
yeah,
shit
this
does
is
not feel good.
So this is probably easily the third worst pain anyone's ever felt. And they're like, "Yeah,
they're all still looking out the window at him, and Clem's like, "Hey, you think he's got a wallet? You think he's got any money?
Right.
How much longer
Right.
do you think before he bleeds out we can get his shit?"
And then he comes like, aside from that, how long after he's done bleeding out before I could go make a move on Anya?
Because listen, I had this weird dream yesterday that we
we
had
have
this
a floppy-eared daughter. We have a floppy-eared daughter.
She looked like a Doberman before they got the ears fucking trimmed. It was really weird.
She looked like a fucking Great Dane if they didn't crop their ears. Just all floppy.
Can't be good for their ear canals. Oh God. Where am I at? Okay. So Buffy now runs into Spike, who's alone because they were not going to pay this chick by the scene. That's clearly what's going on here. And they talk a bit, and Spike's like, did it make you jealous? And Buffy's like, a little bit. And Spike's like, so you want to fuck? And she's like, yeah, no, listen. And he kind of realizes it really is over. Like she's done. And he's like, listen, should I just fuck off? And Buffy says the most insane line here. She's like, no, you have every right to be here. I'm like,
I said to Darlene, I'm like, I find it really hard to believe that Xander and Anya invited Spike to their fucking wedding.
And they want him to be there because Xander has always deeply hated Spike.
Xander would sooner... I guarantee you, Xander sent Angel an invitation.
and he really hates Angel.
And he hates Angel, but he never once even intimated that Spike was invited.
Yeah, but she's like, no, you have every right to be here. And I was like, And then he's like, I probably should just go ahead and fuck off. And she's like, yeah, you're probably right, to be honest. And
I hate this whole scene.
Yeah, it kind of is pointless.
Well, not even just that it's pointless, but like, okay, like we're done with the Spike Buffy thing. Okay, like spoiler alert, they're done sleeping together. But this is just like, I don't. It just irritates me because Buffy's like, yeah, it hurts to see you with somebody else, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like, well, first of all, does it? Because you said you literally lack the ability to love him.
Right.
So why would it bother you at all that he's with some fucking skank lord?
Exactly.
You should be like, oh, thank fucking God he found another fucking cock holster, so he will leave me alone. You know?
Right. Yeah.
But for reasons, yeah, so he does fuck off. And he's a real dick to his date. He's like, let's get out of here. And she's like, well, what about the wedding? And he's like, how did he say that? Oh, damn it. Now I forgot exactly how he said it. But he's basically like, just fucking do what I say. And she's like, whoa, this is not going to work, William. I do not appreciate being talked to like that.
Right. And then he's like, I told you to fucking call me Spike. And he goes to slap, he goes to backhander, and then he's like, ah!
and then he poops at the same, because the pain is so much that
he shits himself.
Every time that chip goes off, he evacuates his bowels. It's really sad.
It is.
So then Willow comes into the kitchen where Xander's at, kind of pacing around, and she's kind of giving him that last minute best man talk, and she's like, she says, oh, look at Xander, he's like, yep, all growed up, and she's like, oh, gonna get married, and I can't believe it. She's like, for so many years, I always thought I would be the one marrying you, and she's like, glad I realized I was gay. And I was like, wow, that's not a pep talk. That's like, oh, I'm glad it's fucking Anya, not me. Woo! So anyway, then Anya is still with Tara, and she's still going over her vows, and she's like, at one point she's gonna like say something about being his sex poodle, and Tara's like, so I don't feel like it would be the best idea to say that in your vows.
Tara's like, see, listen, no, maybe not. Yeah,
maybe. In fact, hey, listen, maybe, okay? Don't say a goddamn thing while you're out there.
Maybe just stand there.
Maybe just shut your fucking dick holster and don't say shit. And hey, here's something else. If you do, I'll fucking kill you.
Look at me. I'm the vows now.
How did I know you were going to say I'm the vows now? I fucking knew it. Oh, boy. So, the music begins. Buffy arrives to get Anya, but Willow pulls her out of the room immediately and says, fucking Xander, man, he's fucking MIA in here, bro. And Buffy's like, what? And Willow's like, I know. And Buffy's like, what? And
I like how Willow momentarily became Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in this scenario.
So, yeah.
Willow was like, zoinks, Buff.
Xander. Buff. Xander's like, totally out of here.
Totally out, man.
So here's the funny part. Buffy's like, what the fuck are we going to do? And Willow's like, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go find this motherfucker. You go stall. And the next thing we know, Buffy's taking the mic down, and she's like, hey, so, anybody here from out of town? And Clem raises his hand, and she's like, hey!
Well, before that, she's stalling with Anya, and she's like...
Well, yeah,
she's like, the minister had to go perform an emergency
C-section. And Anya's like, a C-section, and she's like, oh well, yeah, he's a minister and a doctor. He's a how did she say it? She put them together.
He's a minotaur.
A minotaur, but not that kind. Yeah.
Right, not to be confused with a minotaur. He's all human, no bull there.
Yeah. So, I'm skipping a little bit. Nah, not much. We cut to Xander walking like he's walking in the middle, not just in the middle of a street, but like the middle of a street in the middle of an intersection. And it's pouring down rain, and he is literally like he just climbed out of a pool in full tuxedo. And it's just this weird brief shot, and you're like, okay. At which point, you know, we cut to these little flashes of like, you know, Buffy's juggling, you know, trying to, there's like all this just insane shit going on of them trying to, quote, stall. Everybody's getting antsy and like annoyed, basically. And Anya's like, that's okay, that's it. I'm going, we're getting married, even if I have to do it myself. So she's heading out. She gets there, and at that time, Dawn's walking in with some dork she's been talking to, and she's like, yeah, the groom is gone. And Anya's like, I'm sorry, what? And Dawn's like, oh, did I just do that thing that I always do in every episode and say shit in front of people I shouldn't say shit in front of? And Anya's like, yep, they stuck it to you again. And so, yeah. So then we cut to Mr. Harris, who is now even more drunk. And what does he do, James?
I'm going to speed run this real quick, just because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like he starts to call Anya's side of the wedding freaks and everything again, and a huge fight break. Well, actually, before that, I do want to mention part of Buffy's stalling. At one point, there's a montage of her stalling, and she's fucking juggling.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't listening.
I know.
So, this
she's
huge
pretty decent juggler.
Yeah. This huge fight breaks out between Xander's side of the wedding and Anya's side of the wedding. Tara gets caught up in it, and Willow saves her. At some point, the cousin Carol tells Anya that Xander had been talking to that old man in the coat and points him out, and Anya confronts him, and she's like, what did you say to Xander? Where is he? Da-da-da-da-da. And we find out that this old man...
Shocker, this isn't actually Xander.
Is not actually old Xander from the future. He's a demon, but he wasn't always a demon. He was originally a philanderer on the south side of Chicago in the 1920s that Anya cursed back in her vengeance demon days, and he ended up a demon, and he has spent the rest of that time thinking about how he's going to get his revenge on her, and he ended up doing that by showing Xander false images of his future with Anya, and she starts to cry, and he fucking hits her. Like, this dude is like...
he doesn't just hit her, he backhands her. He's like, bitch.
And this dude, like... Okay, I understand that Anya did some, like, real horrid shit in her vengeance.
Well, yeah, he spent
days.
The last, 100 years in a hell dimension being tortured.
But this dude is, like... He's, like... he's like, yes, Anyanka, I love to see you cry. You cry for me more, and I want to
Backhands her again.
Right, and he's like, and I want to hear you scream, and he fucking backhands her again, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Listen, turned the dude into a demon and banished him to a hell dimension where he's been tortured for almost 100 years. I mean, a couple of backhands, you know.
So at that point, Buffy gets involved, and her and the demon are fighting, and at that point, Xander shows back up and saves everybody, really, by... He's like got some sort of pillar, like, I guess maybe we're supposed to believe it's a stone pillar, but clearly
but
it's like... It's like cardboard and construction paper. And
because if it was a stone pillar that size, Buffy would struggle to lift it.
Right.
But he just hoists it right up.
He hoists it and he like smashes the demon, presumably smashes his head with it a few times and kills him.
Yeah.
At that point, we cut to Anya explaining to Xander that it was all lies that he saw, but Xander doesn't get any comfort from that. And
here's where I hate this episode from here on.
Okay. The two different sides of the wedding, after briefly like coming together to cheer the fact that Xander just killed this demon, immediately start fighting again. And Anya's like, everybody sit the fuck down.
Like, this fucking wedding is happening, bitches.
Right. And they all do. And we cut to Xander and Anya talking privately again. And why don't you pick us up there, Jeremy?
Well, I mean, for no reason at all, he's just beating her in this private room.
And he's like, and as he's beating her, he's like, see, I knew it wasn't a lie. I knew it would come true. I'm hurting you right now.
Even if it wasn't true, just seeing how you were in those visions makes me hate your ass. And yeah, he's just fucking pummeling her, and she has done nothing wrong. No.
That's so wrong. I apologize for that, people. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Domestic violence is no joking matter.
Even though we've been doing it for 5 years. Shit. Oh yeah. This is where I hate the episode. It's so fucking cheese and weak sauce. It's just, he's like, I'm sorry, Anya, I can't marry you. And she's like, what? Why? Like, all this was bullshit. Like, none of it was real. I'm willing to forgive you for the fact that you fucked off and left me at the altar. I'm willing to forgive that because you were tricked into this. So what are you talking about? Like, why? What's the deal? And he's like, yeah, it might not be real, but it could be. And stuff. Like, we might not always be perfectly happy forever. And stuff. And she's like, the fuck? Am I talking to a child right now? What are we doing? And he's like, because I can't hurt you, Anya. And this is what he says, I can't hurt you. Not like that. So I'm like, oh, so there are some ways you can hurt her that you're okay with. Like, that's what that line leaves open. I can't hurt you like that. Now, listen, if I was beating your ass with a fucking piece of furniture, be okay.
What he means is he can't hurt her like that. So and listen, I'm not saying I agree with it, but if you'll remember, like, as he's talking to her, he's looking at, like, his own parents and seeing how his dad treats his mom.
Yeah,
and he's like, I can't hurt you that way. And all he means is that I would rather hurt you right now in this way by not marrying you than potentially hurting you in worse ways in the future.
Yeah, but I mean, that's such an asinine, ridiculous argument. That's like saying, listen, I'm not going to wash my hands because they're just going to get dirty again. So I'm going to let the dirt just accumulate until the end of time. Like, it's a stupid argument. Like, okay, if that's, then why do any of us even bother getting up out of bed if you're going to say, well, if I get up today, I might get hit by a milk truck. So I should probably just stay in bed.
I disagree.
Well, that's because you're often wrong.
No, I disagree because I think his concerns are valid, but I think it's stuff that he should have addressed, obviously way, way, way sooner than on the day of the wedding.
Yeah, like maybe now just follow me here. Maybe even before the proposal, you think maybe?
Yes.
Okay. But his concerns are stupid, is what I'm saying. Like, how do I get this across? Like,
I understand I get what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
You're using broad analogies, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But also, like, listen, we all make choices every day based on the fear of what could potentially happen. Like, whether we realize it or not. Like, there's people out there who grew up in abusive families who choose not to have families because they don't want to continue that cycle of abuse. And
what? There's nobody out there like that.
And there's not, and it's, and that's kind of what's happening here with Xander, but it's also like you don't know that that's going to be the case.
Right.
So I get what you're saying.
But it's also 50% that, but it's also 50% you don't get to make that decision now. It is, I don't care what you say, it's way too fucking late for that.
Oh yeah. You don't
100%. Get to
100%.
bang this chick for the last 3 years, live with her, string her along, propose to her, not let her tell anybody for the longest time, finally let her tell people, let her plan the wedding. And at that point, it's like, well, then you have to kill yourself because listen, you have no redeeming qualities as a person.
Yeah, I'm agree.
They just made Xander the single biggest piece of shit who has ever fucking been on any television show ever.
And I 100% agree that this is all stuff that Xander should have addressed. Like, yes, even like when he was like, I'm going to ask her to marry me, he should have been like, wait a minute, I might have some doubts about this because of, my family or whatever, and I should probably address all of that before I propose to her.
Yeah. So listen, if they decided, they might have originally planned, I'm talking about the writers here. The writers may have originally planned to be like, yeah, we're gonna let them get married and we're gonna do and we're gonna play off that, and we'll do different things involving them being married and stuff, and then maybe change their minds, or Joss Whedon changed his little tiny fucking marble brain, and for whatever reason, just to like throw a curveball or something. Okay, fine. So now we have to figure out a way to break them up and end this wedding thing. Why do you come up with a way of breaking them up as like, okay, how can we break them up? We need to make sure that Xander comes out as the single biggest piece of shit that's ever walked the face of the earth, and totally shit in the character of Anya's mouth. How can we do that? Got it. Like, it just, I hate this. I hate it. I hate it because no one can explain it to me in a way that it's not stupid.
Yeah.
Guess what my rating is? Anyway, let me finish the episode. So, she, of course, is just fucking destroyed. And she just kind of turns around and just like a zombie, basically, just kind of walks away, and she's in shock, doesn't know what to do. And then we cut to the Summers house, and I think it's much later that night or whatever, and they're Buffy, Dawn, and Willow are talking about Xander or the whole situation, how bad they feel for Anya, and then Willow's like, I feel like I should really hate Xander right now, but I just feel so bad for him. And I'm like, what? What? You people are the most fucked up human beings I've ever watched on television. You should all be like, you know what, Xander? You're out of the group. Sorry, you're out. That's just the most fucked up thing. These are 3 women, for crying out loud, who just witnessed another woman get just absolutely just shit on in public. And they're like, yeah, but we love our Zan. And I'm like, okay, well, you all just lost points in my book. And then they're like, I wonder where Xander is. And I'm like, I wonder why anyone would care. And he's at some kind of Fleabag motel that some fucking pedophile looking guy like rented to him. And then we cut to Anya, who's clearly been crying, but she's finally kind of stopped, and she's just like, I'm just tired of crying. I'm tired of, hurting. And old DeHoffrin's there, and he's like, well, you let him domesticate you, and you were a fantastic vengeance demon for all these years, and I think maybe it's time you get back to doing what you do best. And she looks up at him like, yup. And boom, scene, show, credits.
Yes. Jeremy, let me ask you something.
Nope.
Could they not afford to squeeze Ash in for an extra episode this season?
Right.
Like, why isn't Giles at their fucking wedding?
Right. Thank you.
It's not even addressed that he's not there.
No.
It was.
Well, okay, go ahead.
It was addressed in a deleted scene between Dawn and Willow. Hmm. Dawn says, I thought Xander and Anya couldn't afford flowers. Willow, Giles sent them. Aren't they gorgeous? Dawn, yeah, I wish Giles was here. Willow, me too. And I'm sure he'd much rather be here than fighting that nasty demon. Dawn, pronouncing demon in an English accent. Willow, right. But Giles has got responsibilities, and so Anya and Xander have flowers, and more flowers. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. And that's how they explain Giles not being at the wedding.
And by the way, I forgot to bring this up too, where Xander's dad is bitching about how he's paying for all this. I'm like, when is that? No, that's not how that works. The bride's family pay for the wedding. That's how that's always been.
But Anya doesn't have any family.
Well, okay, she's got 60 million friends. Like, they couldn't throw together a GoFundMe. If I'd have been Xander's dad, I'd have been like, "Fuck no, I'm not. You're the groom. I'm not paying. Fuck you. Get out of my house. You haven't been here in 4 years anyway. Get out of here."
Would you like to play everybody's favorite game, Body Count?
The demon won.
Good job. Yes. Our music this week, the first movement from the Brandenburg Concerto No. 3. Here Comes the Bride, the Wedding March, and as always, our original score by Little Tommy Wanker. Also, maybe it's just because I'm a dude and I don't understand fashion. Yeah. Anya's wedding dress was hideous to me.
Oh, I can't even remember it. Okay. I don't understand fashion either, so don't look at me for any guidance. I know those fucking green dresses that the girls were wearing were, even I know that those were fucking terrible.
Yeah. Jeremy,
Yes,
on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, will you please tell me how many left at the altar scenarios you give this episode?
Man, I have gone back and forth on this one more than probably any episode in the history of our show. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, I'm gonna go two left at the altar scenarios for this episode. All the way up basically until the jilting takes place. It was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine. But that the way that they decided to break them up, and the way they decided for all this to work, and just how, to me, weak and like, just I'm not buying it kind of thing. You know, it just really took some points off. It like 2 points it took off. It's because I'm like, this is fucking lame. This is. No, yeah, like there's so many, like they could have not changed really much at all about this episode that could have made this way easier and more stomachable, you know, but they went the route they went, and to me, it's just stupid. And so it's like one of those episodes we've had before, and you have both of us have said it, where it's like, you know what, this was a pretty good episode, and the ending was so goddamn bad that it fucking ruined it for me. And for me, at least, that's the case here. The ending, and like, if breaking them up is fine. I don't give a shit about that. Break them up all you want, but give it to me in a digestible, something I can fucking swallow, you know. And then this is like, it's just like, oh, this is so limp-dicked. Like, give me a break. After all these years they've been together and all the thing, and then like, Anya, my daddy's mean to my mommy. I might be mean to you. I just thought of that. Boy. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. Fuck all the way off with that shit. So yeah, it's a 2. I'm sticking to it, and that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
All right. So next week, James, tell us being me and our fine audience, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how many secret backroom fistings do you give this episode, and tell us why?
Sometimes I think you choose. I think you choose what your sliding scale is based on just what weird thing you want to hear me have to say. Is this an accurate assumption?
You're not wrong.
I give this episode 3 secret backroom fistings.
I love it.
I don't. It's definitely better than last week's episode, so it gains a point right there. Mm-hmm. I don't. It's not a bad episode. No. Again, it's like the ending. Like, I get Xander's reasoning. I feel like having him struggle with that at this point is stupid. Like, it's listen, Xander's not a great character to begin with, but now you've made him just that much more unlikable.
Yep.
So especially because it's Anya, who, even though she has been around for a while, wasn't one of the core group since the beginning, but she's become a real, like, she's a fan favorite character at this point. So you've now sacrificed a fan favorite character and made Xander even less likable.
Right. So my question, so what is, like you just said, they sacrificed a fan favorite character and made Xander even more unlikable. To what end?
And that's what I was just going to say. And that's why it's a 3, because I don't understand what the point of this was.
None of it pays off. Just spoiler alerts. None of it ever pays off from now to the end of the series. It's just like they decided, hey, we want to throw a monkey wrench in here and just fuck a bunch of shit up for reasons.
Right. Because, yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't, yeah. Because here, like, Emma Caulfield remains a regular cast member through the rest of the series. It's not like she actually goes away.
Right.
So I don't, I don't understand what the impetus behind the scenes was for doing this. Because, again, you've now sacrificed a fan favorite character, or I should say, not even sacrificed, because she's still there. You've deeply
hurt a fan favorite character.
You've upset your own fan base by doing this, because now they're upset that you've done this to a fan favorite character, and you've made another main character even more unlikable. And it
serves no purpose.
Right, and it serves no purpose.
The Tara Willow thing serves a purpose. Their relationship, their breakdown of a relationship, and where everything goes from here all makes sense, and it all serves a purpose. The Anya Xander thing
does not.
They literally created a character in Anya who was the perfect foil and the perfect compadre of the character of Xander.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, you know what? And this is totally a Joss Whedon thing, because only he can make this call. He's like, you know what? I really want to fuck some shit up. Not because it's good storytelling, but because I'm a dick.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to. I'm sorry.
This would have played much better had it happened earlier in the season, and it was part of, you know, you've got Buffy struggling, you've got Willow struggling. Mm-hmm. You know, break Xander and Anya up early in the season, post proposal, pre-wedding, and then you've also got you've got Xander struggling with things, and then you can tie those arcs together somehow, but this just there's no reason for it. There's no payoff. It's a whole bunch of sloppy bullshit done for no reason, and that's one sentence that covers it. It just explains it all in one sentence. It's a bunch of sloppy bullshit that happens for no reason. Yeah. And it's a 3 for me, and that's all I have to say about that. Well, all right then. Why don't we go visit BuffyRevisited.com, James? Sure, go ahead. Okay, while we're there, we'll notice that Buffy Revisited at gmail.com, there's a link for that, which is our email address to contact us and maybe tell us to fuck off. Mm-hmm. And then if you notice under that, there's a link to our Facebook. And yeah. And if you go there are so much action that doesn't happen there. If you go there, you're going to see a weekly post about the episode that we're revisiting that week. And if you want to, you could leave some comments there in the little comment section. No one will. Also, there is a link to our YouTube page where you can watch the video version of this podcast all up in it. All up in it. All up in it.
Yeah, that's all.
That's it.
That's all. Nothing fancy.
Nope. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah. So, James, any closing thoughts, my friend?
No.
Okay, thanks. So thanks for joining us. As always, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're going to be jumping into season 6, episode 17, Normal Again.
Yes.
Normal
And
Again.
a marked improvement over the past 2 episodes.
I would not know, as I have not yet watched it.
Oh.
Yeah, haven't watched it yet. Haven't had time. Probably won't have time until the day we actually record.
But you don't remember the episode?
Just by looking at the title, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I do not.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right.
So can I end the show now?
Sure.
Okay, thanks, James. With all that being said, James runs the show, but I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
Ta-ta.